Hello, and welcome to Heidi's Homemade Quilts and More. I'm Heidi, hello, and this is Flosstube. so, um, it's been a long few weeks since I posted last. A lot of stuff has happened um, in the last few weeks. Some okay, and not some not very good. so, um, I guess the big thing is that um, a little over a week ago, um, the storage unit building that I had my storage unit in burned down. So I lost everything that was in that storage unit, which was um, a little while back when I was looking at buying a house. I had started moving stuff into the storage unit in order to make room and make it more convenient to move it directly from the storage unit into the new house. Um, and when I decided that I wasn't going to do that and I was going to stay at my apartment for at least another year, I packed up a bunch of my crafting stuff because my living room was my craft room, and I decided I wanted to have a living room. So I packed up all of my craft stuff pretty much, except for what you see behind me here, which I am still working on getting it organized and actually set up in a usable manner. Um, but this is also currently my office too, so I have a lot of stuff going on in here. Um, so all of my quilting supplies, two of the three sewing machines that I own, all of almost all of my yarn. All I have left of yarn is what you see right here. This is what I have left of what I had of yarn. And I had my whole living room wall, like the long part, was all nothing but yarn. And then the shorter wall was nothing but fabric. Um, all of that stuff is gone. all of pretty much anything that I wasn't using immediately, all of my crafting stuff is gone. Yeah, I'm still processing like all the stuff that is no longer. Um, there's other stuff that was in the storage unit as well. A bunch of kitchen stuff, a bunch of um, Christmas ornament stuff, um, so much stuff. I think I think when I was talking to the insurance adjuster, I think I estimated probably $15,000 to $20,000 worth of stuff that was in that storage unit. Um, I mean, it's ridiculous how much stuff costs. And I have no idea how much I'm actually going to get from the insurance. There was a huge news thing on the news here in Mesa, Arizona, Phoenix area, when it happened, and the news was saying that they were capping everyone at like $5,000. So I'm like, what? I can't even replace half the stuff that was in my storage unit, and there was stuff in there that's not replaceable. But so since this happened, that has made my main craft now once again to be just cross stitch. That's pretty much all I have all of my stuff to do. So I've been focusing a lot on getting things together for cross stitch. I did lose several finished pieces that I had framed sitting in storage waiting um, to be taken out and like professionally framed. So we all know how much that costs. But um, because of that, I have decided to do better with my documenting as to what I've done, um, what um, take more pictures of stuff. I have a couple computer programs that I've started using to help with that. Um, that way, if if something like that ever happened again, at least I have like pictures of stuff that I've finished. um, so yeah, yeah, kind of depressing. Um, yeah, that's pretty much it. My other, I guess, good news is that I have um, decided to go back to school. Um, I'm starting the first of the year going back to school for a second master's degree in in education, in secondary education, and getting my teaching certificate because I do already have a master's degree in English. Um, but I've decided that I am going to go ahead and really pursue teaching. Um, it's something I've always wanted to do. So we're going to go ahead and do that. I've been working from home um, for the last like month, and so I think now like if there's ever going to be a time for me to go back and get my teaching certificate, that now is the time. So that is what I'm doing, and that starts the first of the year. So I'm actually super excited because I love going to school and learning things. So yeah, I'm going to be quite busy. I'm also doing, I'm going to jump into WIPGO and we'll see how that works. On this video, you're going to see my current whips in progress. I think I have 9. Um, I do have plans to start some new ones, so that's going to be talked about a little bit later. And then, yeah. um, I'm planning on doing the 12 by 12 for New Year's Eve. Um, Talked about it with the boyfriend last night, actually. And I'm like, hey, I kind of want to do this. And so it's going to be like 12 hours of nothing but stitching. So if you guys aren't familiar, it's basically like you work on like one project for an hour and you do 12 different projects. Originally, I guess it was supposed to be like you start 12 new projects, but um, I know that I'm planning on doing a combination of working on some whips and starting some new projects. And I know other Flosstubers are doing the same thing. So there's that. Um, I've got some, um, I have some finishes to show you guys. I have, like I said, I think I have 9 whips. I'm going to show you guys. I have some haul and some future plans and a couple finishes that are not fully finished, but I do have plans to fully finish those. Um, so yeah, let's jump into stitchy stuff. Okay, so let's start off with whips. I have 9 whips, and they're all right here next to me here. So we will start off with this one's my newest one that I've started working on. I just started this um, maybe a week ago. I haven't been working on it for very long. When we put up our Christmas tree, we were like thinking we needed something to go with it. So I'm like, okay, well, I'll find something that's kind of the color themes of that, so I can like either hang something out around the wall or something with it. Because we had made a decision to buy some new Christmas ornaments this year. Um, and I'm the type that likes to have like 2 sets of Christmas ornaments so I can kind of rotate so it's not the same thing every year. And boyfriend wanted to pick colors so that we had like our own colors or whatever. And so we went with like a blue, like a light blue, like snowflake kind of theme. So I went through some of my patterns and like magazines and stuff. I have a lot of magazines on Pocket Magazine app. I'll show you a little thing of it here in just a sec. Um, but I scrolled through a bunch of those magazines and I found some patterns that I thought were kind of cute, and that I might be able to finish. Not, I don't think I'm going to finish them this year, but I might be able to finish them for next year. And I have plans to do a bunch of Christmas ornaments for next year, and we'll talk about that a little bit in my stash or my haul, I guess. Okay, so this one is one that I just started. I've only worked on it um, maybe a couple times. I think 3 times total, maybe, and that's like I don't know, 2 or 3 hours at a time, so maybe 6 hours. So this one is here. Let me show you what it's supposed to look like first. I have my little. So here we go. So this is from Cross Stitcher. This is the brand new issue of Cross Stitcher that just came out. I am planning on doing all 4 of these, and it keeps moving, sorry. I'm planning on doing all 4 of these. I'm currently working on the bunny one. Okay. But I'm planning on doing all 4 of them because they're like that kind of icy blue kind of tones. So right now, I have, where's my camera? This way. Alright, so this is what I have so far. I've actually got quite a bit done. I was working on this a little bit last night, and I was working on all these white stitches, and white on white was really bugging me. So there, I don't know if you can see it a little bit better, but yeah, that's filled in completely here. So I was working on this white, and I did like a whole strip of white, and I was like, no, I'm over this. So I put this one away and started working on something else. But this is what I've gotten done so far. I've got most of the inside, most of the inside of the snow globe done. There's the bottom of the snow globe that goes here, and then I need to close the snow globe here. So this one I could potentially get done probably before New Year's, but I'm not in a rush. Well, I don't know, sort of. I want to get it done because I want to move on. So I should be able to get all 4 easily out of this piece that I cut. That was the idea, because I planned on stitching like one and then stitch another one and then stitch another one and another one and just use it to make ornaments with. So that is that one. And I don't even remember how I have this folded. And I just used almost all the called for colors. I think I substituted 1 or 2 of the colors because I didn't have them readily available, because I didn't want to dig through my stash. I have, over here, over there, that one. Okay, I have at least one of every color. I really do. I know I do. But I don't, I have like under, you can't really see it from here, but under this whole stack of floss, there's a stack of containers. You can kind of see it right there. That's full of unbobbined floss. And I just didn't feel like digging through those to see if I had some other colors. So I did substitute a couple. I don't think I've even used any of the substitute colors yet. But that's with number 1, which is 1 of 4. Okay. So this one is, I think, oh, you know what? I didn't grab one of my whips. That's okay. This one is one of my oldest ones that I've been working on, and this one is Quaker Pumpkins um, by Liz Matthews for Hello from Liz Matthews. This one I've actually seen a lot of people like starting to work on this or have been working on it for a little bit. Um, I ordered this from Forbidden Fibers a few years ago, and it came with its own. They did their own conversion of, with their own floss, so it's all hand dyed floss, and really liked it, so I got it. So I have shown this one a few times, but I did make some pretty good progress on this one. So here is this one. Um, I have the whole bottom border done. So from here to the crow or raven or whatever he is over there. Um, I started, so I did these guys, these guys, that one, and I started this one last night. So I worked on that last night for several hours. I think I probably worked for a good 4 hours, 5 hours maybe, on this particular cross stitch. So I think it's coming out really nice. Um, I still really, really like this one. I would probably say I'm close to being like halfway, if not a little bit more. Okay, so that is that one. That is All Hallows Eve. So part of my plans, I'm planning to um, document a little bit more. I downloaded a timer app for my phone, and to document a little bit better how long I work on something, because I've never really done that. I'm not really interested in how many stitches that I do. It doesn't matter to me. Um, but I am kind of interested as to how many hours I spend on a project. So yeah. Anyway, so I'm going to be doing a little bit more of that. So this one is also from Forbidden Fiber. This is Modern Tidings. This was the from the box Valentine's Day at Downton Abbey that they did a couple years ago for Valentine's Day. It was like a Advent type thing for Valentine's Day, and this came with all of its own hand dyed flosses and everything. So I'm using the floss that came with it. I'm also using the fabric that came with it. I did actually go onto their site the other day, and they do still have this pattern available in case anyone is interested. I don't think they have the floss kit available, but you can order the floss. I don't know if you can order the same floss they have, maybe. I don't know. I really wasn't looking for that because I have plenty of it. Um, but this particular kit is still available, or pattern is still available. So let me show you how far I've got on that, which I've actually gotten pretty far. This one has been stitching up super fast, and I really enjoy working on it. So I've got her whole dress is done. Like half of the words are done, and I don't know how well you can see that. But this is hand dyed floss, so there is color variation in there. And this, where her bodice is, that is all one color floss. So I kind of controlled stitched that so that it would kind of come up in some kind of a little pattern. So I was kind of fussy how I started it and like where I started it, because it went from like this really light blue to the darker blue, um, but all the blues kind of match in together, And then this is like a purpley, like a burgundy, bricky, purpley kind of color. The fabric itself, um, I don't know if it says. I still have the bag in here. Let's see. Colorway is called Countess, so I'm not sure what that's supposed to mean. But it's like a gray purple color. It's got a lot of purple tone to it. But it's definitely like a gray, and it came just like this, so it came serged. And this is pretty much the end of the pattern, is right here where there is, I still have her feet to stitch, and that's the bottom of the pattern. So there's plenty of space here, and then, oh, no, I'm sorry, that's not the bottom of the pattern. The bottom of the pattern has a border. It has a border going across the bottom and across the top. But there's still like plenty of room. So it's a generous piece of idea. And this is what size is this? This is 18 count. So this is on 18 count, which is kind of my sweet spot. I only stitch on Ada or Adia or however you want to say it. But I tend to hover in the 16, 18. So yeah, I think this is coming out really nice, and it has been like really fun to work on. I really like this one. I've actually taken this one. I have a group of ladies that we meet up every other week at our local library and stitch for a few hours and chat, and you know, it's been really fun doing that. I really enjoy that. But this is one of the projects. I, excuse me. I think I've taken that two times now. So the last like month, I've been taking that one and working on that for that. So, all right. So that was whip number 3. All right. So then this one is um, also from Forbidden Fibers, and this one was a set that I got. It only has a couple colors in it. I'm gonna take that out. And I believe they still have this pattern available. It's a Hunger Games pattern. And it only has like 4 colors, I think. I think it's 4 colors, maybe 5. I'm looking at the backhand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, 6 colors. Oh, 6 colors. There are a couple that are like super variegated. The only thing about stitching with the super variegated ones is you can only stitch one stitch at a time, one X at a time, which drives me up the wall. It's so slow. Um, I'm definitely faster at when you can do rows and come back and yeah, normal cross stitching. But yeah, so this is this one, and I've only worked on this a couple hours, so I don't have a whole lot done. And this fabric is super soft, which required me to use a hoop because I never use a hoop otherwise. So this one I did start. I tend to be a middle starter. I don't usually do edges. I usually start in the middle. Um, I've just I don't know, maybe because I learned to stitch that way, so that's what I always do. So this is the wing of the bird. Is what I have here. And this fabric has like it's like a pinky tone with like a green undertone. It's kind of a funky fabric, but it's kind of pretty. It's just really soft. But it is right here, the like where the wing like separates and goes from the tail to the wing. That's the section I'm working at right now. And it's basically just a bunch of the same color and that's it. And it's kind of boring, so I haven't worked on it too much. But it once I start actually working on it, I think it will go very fast. And I can show you a few of the some of the colors. So this is the color set that is in there. So there's like teal. There's this one that is, and they all have like Hunger Game names. So yeah, so these are the colors that, and these are 100% cotton. They're really nice to stitch with. I don't have any problem stitching with them. I don't know if they just use like white DMC and dye it. I'm not really sure what they do, but yeah, it's dyed. They do. It's like a it's a small business yarn company, and over the last few years they've started doing a lot of cross stitching stuff. So there's that. So if you're not familiar with Forbidden Tide, then oops, sorry guys, not trying to make a ton of noise. All right, put that back in there, and then the bag, the project bag that I have it in is the one that came with the kit. They like used a Cricut and like made bags, and it's a hand dyed bag as well. You can kind of see, and it's gusseted, so it's got some space, which is nice. And then it has like a little, it's like a little stitch marker basically with a little arrow. Oop, I forgot to put the pattern back in there. That might be handy next time I go to work on it. Okay, so that is what is that? Number 4. All right, so this one is one of my newer widths. This one I have only been working on. I only worked on it once when I first started. I got all my, sorry about the crinkling. I got all of my colors together, and I think I did substitute a couple of the blues because of the color of the fabric that I ended up choosing. So this one is an autumn lane. So this is Bewitched. And I don't know why I started with this one. I have a ton of other autumn lane ones that I've purchased, either the hard copies, because I really like having the hard copies, or I've downloaded, because I have a few that I've downloaded as well. But I don't know why I chose this one. This one I think was just the first one I grabbed, and I happened to have some fabric that I thought would be kind of fun with this one. So this is the pattern. This is the fabric that I chose. And I don't even remember what fabric this was. Oh, there's a little piece of... So this is all I've gotten. That's it. This is most definitely 18 count. But that is all I've gotten so far on this one. So this one, to be fair, I've only worked on it once too. And I only worked on it for I think I worked on it for a total of maybe 2 hours, and that includes finding all the floss and getting it all set up and figuring out what color fabric, because I do have up here on that shelf and the one above it, I have a stash of dyed fabric that I was digging through and trying to figure out which one would work for that. And so this is the ones I'm working with that one on. And these are the colors. Lots of blues, and then the oranges and stuff are really going to stand out on that fabric, I think. I think it's going to look really cool when I actually do start working on it. that's in there. And I actually just ordered a new project bag that's bigger that I can put this thing in so that I'm not using the plastic cellophane that it came in because it's starting to rip. So I try not to do that. Okay. This one is another older whip that I haven't picked up, but I'm planning on picking up this year. This coming up here. I'm going to be putting it in my whip go. Because I do actually really like this one, and I like the color of fabric that I chose for it. I just haven't worked on it because I've had other things that I've been working on. This one's called Happy Bunches. It's from, I can bring it up for you here. It's from, is it World of Cross Stitching? Yeah, it's from World of Cross Stitching, and it's bringing up the magazine here. It's from World of Cross Stitching, and this is April of 2020. So this is probably the best I'm going to be able to get on that one because of the screen. This is what it's going to look like. I think the colors are really going to look nice on this fabric. I like flowers. So I don't usually do a lot of stuff like this, but I liked it at the time, and I still like it. And so I wanted to make sure that I brought it out for my whip go and see where I'm at. I don't even have a needle minder on this one. That's how long it's been since I've worked on this. I don't even have a needle minder set up for it, which is interesting because I have needle minders on like all of my projects. Even ones I haven't even started yet, I have needle minders already put with their bags. So I have one ready to go and designated for that particular one. This fabric, as with several of my hand-dyed fabrics that I have, is from Vintage Needle Arts. This is 16 count ginger snap. And this is from an Etsy shop. They've always got lots of really pretty colors, and I tend to scavenge her site for her Oops ones because you can get a pretty good deal if you really don't care, like if it's splotchy or whatever, because I think that adds character to the piece. Let's see. So that one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is number 6. So 7 I have in this Mischief Managed project bag. This actually came from Forbidden Fiber as well. The hand-dyed project bag. It came from a yarn advent thingy, and I am using it for a cross stitch pattern. And I'm using it for a haunted house pattern. So this was also a mystery advent type thing. So that is why it's in black and white. This is Haunted House, and they do still have this on their site. When I was on it the other day, it was on there to be able to buy. So if you like this, you could still get it. I don't know if you can still get the kit, but you can get the pattern. I am not a fan of the pattern being completely black and white, so I did mark up the pattern a little bit with some different colored gel pens. Not all of the symbols. I just did enough, a couple colors, enough to be able to distinguish where I was on the pattern because it was driving my eyes nuts. Okay, so this is the fabric that came with the kit, and this is again hand-dyed flosses. I'm just gonna kind of pull them out. So they're all carded on their own thing. So this is the hand-dyed flosses that came with it. And every bag I have scissors, and I have a needle threader. I can't leave home without them. So yeah, at least one of each, and usually an extra needle too. So this one goes like this. So this is on an opalescent fabric. It's the fabric that came in the kit, so I'm not really sure what it's called. But this is an opalescent fabric. You can kind of see the shimmer on there, which typically I don't have a problem with any color of fabric. It doesn't really bother me either way. But this one, because of the shiny, I don't know what's about it, but I'm not completely in love with it. It's been a kind of a slow go on this one. But I've got the outline of the house started. There's obviously the moon. So I've got a good start. I think I've worked on this twice total. So I think um, maybe I've worked on it for, because usually when I sit down to do cross stitch, I usually do it for 2 or 3 hours at a time. Usually like length of a movie, a little bit more, something like that. So probably maybe 6 hours of work on that side. I don't know. Like I said, I am going to start timing that because I'm curious to see how long it actually takes me to do projects like that. Okay, last one I have in here to show you, and I promise I'll try to go a little bit faster because this is becoming a longer video. Is caterpillar cross stitch. This one was a stitch along, but I did not do the stitch along. I ordered it way after the stitch along. So it came as a full kit. I ordered the full kit. So it came with this gray fabric, which I think looks darker than the gray that's in the picture, but that's okay. So, and I really do like their patterns and their kits. I have several. I get their monthly or bi-monthly or whatever it is, bi-monthly kits, and so I've only worked on this twice. So I got all of this done. That's the fence. Started the mushrooms, and then there's a little bit of the walkway. Basically, because I had the color from the fence left, I started on the walkway, and because I had the color from the mushroom left, I started on the walkway over here too. So yeah. So I don't. It's kind of hard to see that. It's like shining through. So yeah. So that is the last of my current whips. Ones that I have actually started, kitted up, actually done some stitching on. I have, obviously I have the snow globes. I have that ready to do all 4 of them. So that will be eventually 4 whips, or finished and whips. I'm going to finish one before I move on to the other one. So then next up, let's look at a couple, once I figure out what I did with them. Oh, I set them over there. Look at a couple. No, I didn't. Oh, no, I set them behind me. Okay, sorry about that, guys. So I couldn't remember what I showed you last time. So I'm just going to show you what I've finished recently, and they all have to be caterpillar cross stitch designs. This one is probably the oldest one that I finished. I I'm still not sold on him being in the hoop. I don't know. I'm especially since I'm really thinking about doing cross stitched ornaments for Christmas for next year to decorate my tree next year. I'm doing a bunch of different sizes and shapes and stuff like that. I think I might take him out, and I haven't actually finished him. I just tucked the fabric in, so he's not finished, fully finished. He's just hasn't been taken out of the hoop. I didn't work him in the hoop, so I put him into the hoop to store him. But he is cute, and it worked out fairly easy. I wish that the fabric was a slightly different color because it's really hard to see the white on this really pale blue. I probably would have chosen a slightly darker blue to do this on if I had thought about it before I started stitching it. I probably would have looked to see if I had a slightly darker blue because it's really hard to see that white. Anyway, other than that, it's really cute. So there is that finish. This one, I think I was just finishing it up last time. I don't think I finished it before I did the last video. This was the Halloween stitch along that they did for Caterpillar Cross Stitch. It is completely done. I have bought some fabric to finish this with. And I have some boards I'm going to finish with. I think what I'm going to do with this one is I'm going to finish it with like the sticky boards. And I keep looking over here because they're sitting over here. I'm going to finish it with sticky boards. And then I have some unpainted wood plaque thingies that I'm going to, I think, paint and put this on too, with like a fabric behind it. I don't know. I have ideas. I bought some fabric. We'll see. Okay, so that one, I did not finish it before Halloween. I think I finished it just after Halloween. Yeah, I think it was in November, early part of November when I finished that one. Okay, so the next one that I can't remember if I showed you guys, I think I finished this after. This one was a Caterpillar cross stitch monthly kit thingy or bi-monthly kit thing. I forget if they do it monthly or bi-monthly. I can never remember. But this one came with this pale pink color idea, and I believe I get this one is I think 14 counts. I think they do all of theirs in like 14 count because it's supposed to be for like beginner. This one, it was okay. I'm not sure I like it that much. The colors I like. The stitching it was kind of frustrating, honestly, because it's so bits and pieces that it doesn't really connect very well. So it was a little bit frustrating on that because I don't like stopping and starting a lot. And I do like a loop start, so I don't like having any kind of knots or anything like that. So, and I don't use knots, but yeah, it didn't take too long. I think it only took me really maybe 3 or 4 sittings to finish that one. Okay, so there's that one. Then my last finish to show you is this one, which is the Christmas edition of the Caterpillar Cross Stitch Kits, and it was All Is Bright. And this one I finished in 2 sittings. So this one was really fast. And I got some fabric to finish this one. I think it came out cute, and with the idea of doing some Christmas ornaments for next year's tree, I think this is going to be a good kickstart to that, along with the little penguin guy too. So I did buy some fabric, and I'm hoping that it works. It's like a blue gingham kind of color. I'm hoping that I picked a decent blue to go with it. It was really hard to do without taking it with me. Okay. Anyway, I digress. So that is those are my whips. Those were my finished objects, not fully finished yet, but finished. Finished stitching. All right. So next is, I guess, haul and a little bit of plans. So I have some patterns that I've picked up recently, and let's see if I can grab this without dropping everything and without stopping my video. That would be bad. Then okay. So I got I was saying that I had bought some fabric to finish those. So I got this guy to put with this one. I think that color is going to look really good because there's the green in the hat. Plus, I think it's going to pop that gray. So that's what I got for that. I'm hoping that it works the way that I want it to. I'm just going to put that with him. So there's that. And then see, why did I put it? Then I got this blue here, and I'm not sure I'm gonna like it with this. Maybe. But I got this to go with this, which I think is still gonna probably work. I think it's gonna be close enough. I didn't want a solid color, and I didn't want something that had too much pattern, so I thought that this might work. We will see. So that's what I got for that. And that can go with that, now that I have it together. And they had, at Joann's, they had some Christmas fabric packs for like half off. So I picked up a couple because I know that I'm going to be doing some ornaments. So I thought that these might be cute to use for finishes. I've never really done that type of finishing, so I didn't want to spend a lot of money on something if it wasn't going to work the way I wanted it to. Yeah, so anyway. So there's that. And then let's dig into some patterns. So I've gotten some patterns. I bought some on 123stitch. And I've also downloaded some from Etsy and personal sites. So the other day I went on and I downloaded a few from Stitching with the Housewives. And my kitchen is lemon themed, so I bought some lemon themed ones that would just be some cute little quick stitching. They have them done on black, and I have a navy, like a really dark navy. I'm thinking about using the navy. I think that's going to look really cute with that, and then I don't have to buy new fabric. And I think the piece I have, I should be able to do all three of them easy without having to worry about not having enough fabric to do all three. So there's those. All right, next ones, Tiny Modernist. A couple of these are stitch-alongs, and I don't like doing stitch-alongs because I can never stay on task with them. I've done a couple, but yeah, I'd rather just buy the pattern. So this is Stitch Witch from Tiny Modernist, and this is going to be one of the ones that I kit up to start, I think, for New Year's Eve. So there's that one. This one, Christmas Snow Globe. This is part 3. This is the last part. So the whole thing is done. So this was a sal, and it was in 3 different parts. But this one is super cute. I like it. I like the snow globe feature. I don't know. It's a little big for an ornament, so this one would end up being a wall hanging. And then the last one on that one is this one. This is Halloween Crystal Ball. This was also a 3-part sale. This is the 3rd part, so this is the fully finished one. And it's like a snow globe, but for Halloween. so it's kind of fun. All right. So going along with the theme of thinking about doing some Christmas ornaments, I picked up some more. This one is the same. It's the same thing. It's just different color versions. And this one, these are from Nikki Pattern. It's an Etsy shop. And there's that. Same thing. It's the same pattern on both ones. It's just different colorways. And this one is 8 different snowflakes. I thought those would be cute to kind of jumpstart some Christmas ornaments. And then these aren't really Christmas ornaments. They're like lace. But I thought that if I did them in Christmassy colors, I think it would kind of look kind of pretty for Christmas ornaments. I don't know, maybe. And then they have this. And these I just printed off of my printer at home. So that one right there. And then this guy. Okay, so that's all the download printed ones that I've gotten the last few weeks. Okay, so now I'm going into the ones that I've ordered off of 123 Stitch. And then, so, let's see, I got this one. It's so shiny. Little House Needleworks, and this is Snowy Petites. And I've seen that one on there. It was in my wish list. And since I decided, you know what, I am going to do some Christmas ornaments for next year, I've been going a little crazy and buying some Christmas ornament patterns. So there's that guy. I haven't seen that one stitched up yet, though, of all of the different ones I've gotten. So the next like 5 are all gnomes, because I have a thing for gnomes. So I have this one. And this is Les Petits Crocs Gnome Collection. This is Coffee Gnome. Oops, sorry. I just thought it was super cute. This one is also from the same company. And this one is Chocolate Strawberry Gnome. This one is Autumn's Gnome. This one is Reindeer Christmas Gnome. This one, I think, if it's it says the model is stitched on the 14 count, so I think that if I did it on like 18 count, I think this would be a nice size for an ornament. So I think I might do this one for an ornament. Then this one is Hot Chocolate Gnome. And this one is 2022, so this one's a brand new one. And this one's also shown on a 14 count, so I'm thinking if I did this on like an 18 count, I think that it would be a good Christmas ornament size. A 14 count probably would even work, but I think taking it down a little bit would make it a little bit more tree worthy. I don't know. Okay, anyway. Okay, so Tiny Modernist. I got this. It is a 4-pack little hard um, Christmas signs, and let's see. It says for 16 count, it's 3.8 by 3.8 for the stitches. So if I went to an 18 count, it would be slightly smaller than that. So it would be like 3.5 by 3.5, which I think would be a really nice ornament size. Okay, so there's that. Let's see, the next one I got is the drawn thread, and this is Halloween. I just really I don't really like a lot. Sorry about the glare, guys. I don't really like a lot of the sampler type pieces. And if it looks too sampler-ish, I don't really like it. But this one I really thought was cute, so I got this one. Okay. And this one only has colors for Dinky dyes and needlepoint ink silks, so I will probably end up creating my own color palette for that, going off of kind of the colors that are in the picture, because I'm probably not going to order Dinky dyes. I'm probably just going to use DMC, or maybe I have a bunch of the hand dyed floss from Forbidden Fiber that I used to belong to their like floss of the month. So I have a ton of different colors and just like one thing of each, so it wouldn't be enough to do a big project, but it would be enough to do these. So that I might do that. I might find some colors that would work in that, so it would still have a little bit of that variegation in it. Thoughts? So I don't know, maybe I'll kit this one up for my New Year's starts. Okay, let's see. The newest Caterpillar Club came in, and I honestly, not my thing. And the fact that it's on a pink background is a little bit weird to me. I feel like I would probably want to do it on maybe like a pale blue, maybe? I don't know. But it's Howling Winter. Yeah, I don't know. The whole thing, like, I don't know. This might be the first one from them that I just really don't care for. But yeah, but if it's your thing, you can order it from them. Okay. The other thing that I got was the 2022 Christmas ornaments from Just Cross Stitch. I ordered this from 123 Stitch because I did not see this in any of my local craft stores. So, and since I'm really thinking about doing Christmas ornaments for next year, I decided that I wanted to go ahead and order it and see what was in it. There are, I think total, I think I saw 10 that I really liked and will probably do from this magazine. So there's that. Okay, so the only other things I really got was a bunch of boards. So I've never used these to finish projects with, but I bought different sizes. I ordered this one from 123 Stitch, and then when I was at Hobby Lobby, I picked up some other bigger ones because I realized that I needed a couple big ones in order to do that Halloween stitch along one. And I bought everything that they had in stock. So they had like 3 of this size and a couple of this size. So I just got everything they had in stock because I had 4 finishes that I need to fully finish. So there's that. So yeah, that is my haul. My whips, my finishes, soon to be fully finished. Oh, I did get a new pair of scissors too. I like to have a pair of scissors in every single project bags that I set up. That way I don't have to go looking for scissors, and I can throw a bag in my purse and take it with me if I want to take it to the library and stitch with my friends or whatever. Anyway, so for upcoming plans, I am planning on starting probably, I think I'm going to do half and half for the 12 by 12 for New Year's Eve. I think I'm going to do stitch on current whips for 6 projects, and it is 1 hour per project, starting at noon, working through to midnight. Although I might fudge it and start at 11, that way I can take an hour off to eat. But I'll still do 12 hours. I'll just take a little hour out to eat. Um, but I'm planning to start, I think, 6 projects. I did I did just place an order at 123 Stitch last night. I got an email this morning saying that it was shipped, so it might get here before New Year's. And if it does, I ordered a lot of Christmas ornament stuff. I think um, I ordered eight patterns. But when I say that I ordered 8 patterns, I ordered several that were booklets. So there's like 12 in the booklet, or like I think the least I think was like 4 in the booklet. I think I only ordered 1 or 2 that was just a single pattern, and then the other ones all had multiple patterns in it. So I ordered a lot of stuff. Um, and 1 project bag because I needed something bigger. Um, so if that comes in before New Year's and I get a chance to get through that and kit some of that stuff up, I'm going to probably wait until a couple days before New Year's, probably that time between Christmas and New Year's, to decide what exactly I'm going to start working for my new starts. And I know it's going to be a lot of Christmas ornaments. It's going to be a lot of Christmas ornaments because I want to get a good start on that. Because in order to fill my tree, I'm going to need, well, because I like a lot of stuff on my tree, but my tree's really skinny this year. I have a pencil tree. But I don't know what I'm going to do next year. I might have that and another tree. I don't know. My tree is currently in my bedroom because nowhere else would it be safe with my puppy, or dog. He's 3. He's not really a puppy anymore, but he's always going to be my puppy. Yeah, Sirius is downstairs right now. Yeah. So I'm going to work on six whips, and I'm going to start 6 new projects, and that will probably be it for any new starts. Um, Unless something just really grabs me, until I get something done. And I can pretty much guarantee that Downton Abbey is probably going to be done pretty quick because I really like that one, and I've been working on it pretty fast. And so that's probably pretty safe bet that one's going to be done pretty quick. And I do still use my Tiny Decisions spinner. If you haven't gotten this, I would totally check it out. It is super fun, and I really enjoy using it. Basically, I just loaded up all of my current whips and put in a couple new starts. The only one that you guys did not see today because I forgot to grab it is Christmas Street. That one I actually do a blog about every 3 weeks. And I will have to make a note that next time I sit down and do a Flosstube video that I will show it to you guys. And hopefully I'll have my craft room cleaned up a little bit because it's driving me nuts. There's so much stuff around me. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. If you have subscribed, thank you so much for subscribing. If you haven't, go ahead and subscribe. I will be setting a time in my calendar for every 2 weeks. I have not decided what day I'm going to be doing it yet, but I will be doing more frequent updates. Um, so I'm planning on doing a lot more for my Flosstube stuff because, well, everything else is gone. So, um, yeah, uh, Flosstube is going to be my main videos. I'm even thinking about changing my channel name, uh, but I will let you guys know if that happens. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day.